breaking down all 25 things you missed from Survivor Season 46, Episode 8. We're talking all things: Q's antics on giving up, Jeff fails at doing the race negotiations, classic Survivor immunity challenge, the secret alliance not being able to work together, and much more. Careful for any spoilers if you haven't seen the episode yet, and make sure to stick around as we announce last week's giveaway winner. If you want to enter next week's giveaway, make sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and comment down below your favorite player of the season. Let's get started with number 25, previously on Survivor. I'm walking away from this episode thinking this was definitely an episode of Survivor. Maybe a little bittersweet because I thought it was a pretty fun episode, but I thought the tribal council was really rough and I was super upset with who was voted out, especially with how they open up the season. Of course, keep watching. We're going to be getting through everything that happened in the episode throughout the video.
Overcome and adapt to all the challenges in which they are guaranteed to face, because that is what Survivor is about. Makes the game so worth playing, and I'm ready for it.
Number 24, Group 1 returns. We need to remember last episode was 2 different tribal councils, and we see the first group return and Ben in rough shape with his buddy Tim being voted out. And I've decided that I'm officially completely over Q's attitude on Survivor. Don't worry, I'll explain why later in the video. However, right now, he's just pissed off that no one wants to talk strategy.
And and not make real moves. I'm a game player and I'm a game changer, and I'm going to change the way this game is played.
Number 23, Group 2 returns. Ultimately, everyone in the first group was super surprised that 1, Venus survived the tribal council, and 2, it was Soda who was voted out. As Kenzie straight up says, no one wants to work with Venus anymore. We were a little bit confused after last episode on why Tevin voted for Venus. We now discovered and got confirmation that it was on purpose. Tevin voted for Venus at the last tribal council as a backup plan in case something went wrong, making it really tough as Venus takes full credit for this move. Number 22, my passion project. It's time to talk my passion project with Idle Plays and my replica Survivor puzzles and games. I am super proud of Idle Plays and how we offer 13 different puzzles for Survivor superfans. But by far, since day 1 when we started Idle Plays, the most popular puzzle, the fan favorite puzzle, has been the fire puzzle. If you're interested, make sure to act fast, as the first 5 people to use the code FIRE25 get 25% off the fire puzzle. So if you're interested in checking out Idle Plays, it really helps support me and the channel and spending so much time on these videos. Please go to idleplays.com. And remember, the first 5 people to use the code FIRE25 get 25% off the fire puzzle. Number 21, Liz and Tevin. It's looking like this orange tribe, the Nami tribe, was a disaster from the very start of the game, with Venus, Tevin, and now Liz all trying to get credit for the Soda blindside. The big difference, and let me tell you, it is a big difference between how everyone is acting about this move. Venus is cocky and in everyone's face that it was her move, but Tevin and Liz are cocky and confessional, not in front of everyone. Number 20, the Q skirt. Everyone's gonna be asking if there was any strategy with the Q skirt little bit going on. Of course not. There was no strategy involved here, but it's more important than you might think. I better not see anyone hating on these fun moments, as it drives me nuts people complaining about 90-minute episodes. However, I think bits like this and moments like this on the island are way more important than everyone think, because it's the social game that wins it in the end. Number 19, sunrise strategy. And a lesson to all future Survivor players, Charlie says all the important conversations on the island happen during sunrise. And it's so impressive how Charlie talks to people compared to Q. Q will straight up tell you to your face what to do, where Charlie, he makes it seem like it was your decision. We see Q telling Charlie about this magical 6 alliance. I have literally so many thoughts about this 6 alliance. It's not an alliance at all. Number 18, the 6 alliance. Charlie replaced Tim with Maria from the green tribe, Tevin and Hunter from the orange tribe, and Q and Tiffany from the purple tribe. And the idea behind this alliance is so genius if it actually worked. With all the buildup of this alliance, it goes absolutely nowhere. Number 17, hide and seek. Again, I better not see see anyone in the comments complain about this hide and seek game or just about 90-minute episodes. Sure, it was way too over the top, but I found it hilarious and honestly something I would see myself doing if I was ever on Survivor. The main difference is I saw this as 100% just some simple fun and not some crazy strategy like what Q and Venus thought.
He's a little sloppy and may not know to hide those little details.
Capable of playing an undercover game, but be very powerful at the end. Woo! Ben made a mistake.
It says to me that she's someone who works well with her surroundings and is really adaptable.
And you do want to win, as much as you say it's just $1 million.
Number 16, Tevin and Venus. We are circling back again with Venus telling Tevin the blind side on soda was her idea. I'm gonna be honest, this was a pretty rough scene, a rough conversation to watch, as Tevin constantly just refuses to work with Venus, and it's so obvious from the audience that Venus will be getting 0 credit for the move, and probably being the 0 vote finalist in the end of the season anyway. Number 15, Tevin's laugh. Tevin's the one voted out tonight, and I believe with rewatching the episode, it's this scene right here why. In Survivor, perception is reality. We all know that. Tevin, Liz, and Venus, they all thought the move to blindside soda was theirs. And with how Tevin was laughing and acting, Liz wanted to start voting out Tevin here. You need to remember, when we get to it later in the video, later in the episode, it was actually Liz who brought up the idea to get Tevin out. Number 14, Venus, the power player. I like the idea for Tiffany here. They should just keep Venus to be the easy 0 vote finalist. And look, as much as they want this to be a thing, the 6 alliance does not exist at all, as this group can't stop turning on each other and trying to vote each other out every chance they get. Number 13, Q's paranoid. I think the paranoia has gotten the best of Q and he is acting like a crazy person. Deep down, if you take away all the paranoia, what he's trying to do here makes a lot of sense. Q is using the 6 alliance as a way to target players if they ever go against the 6, with Tiffany targeting Maria leading into number 12, Tiffany's idol. This was brutal as Q tells Maria, who later tells Charlie about Tiffany's hidden immunity idol, and in the process making Maria actually trust Q more. Leave a comment down below with your thoughts on more people discovering that Tiffany has the idol. As we've seen in the new era time after time, the more people that know about a hidden immunity idol, the less powerful the idol actually is. Number 11, challenge time. I love me this challenge and it's a classic. I want to try for myself one day, with the players hanging onto a pole for as long as they can. Let me check my watch for a second. Oh yeah, it's also the episode every new era season with the rice negotiation leading into number 10, the rice negotiation. Everyone knows how it works at this point. I shouldn't need to explain that Jeff tries to have the players sit out of a challenge for some rice, and this season it'll cost 4 people sitting out, and Jeff was against the negotiation as he was also willing to do 2 players losing their vote for rice. It took a little bit for the ball to roll, so Jeff Probst starts counting down from 10, and ultimately for the first time in the new era, they don't take the rice. Number 9, apply for Survivor. Just like how Jeff Probst is always breaking the 4th wall and telling you to apply, I need to say I'm gonna be asking you to subscribe to this YouTube channel. If you aren't subscribed yet, we're about to have an awkward silence. You can help me pass Russell Hantz on YouTube and become the most subscribed to Russell. The button's right there. Go press the button, please.
There's always somebody that's above their sport. And I'm the best player that ever played this game. Now guess what? I get to prove it.
And as a bonus, once we hit 10,000 subscribers, I'm going to be making a dedicated video interviewing Russell Hantz. Number 8, immunity challenge. I'm conflicted about my thoughts on this challenge. First, it's a Survivor classic, and I love it. But the issue is I hate how similar back-to-back seasons are in the new era. This challenge doesn't feel special because we just saw it last season. And with the rice negotiations not working out here, I'm really worried for the last few episodes of the season with the players having no energy from no food. And as always, gotta give a shout out to my boy Jelinski getting another shout out with the players lasting several minutes in the challenge as Hunter goes upside down and wins immunity.
Hunter wins individual immunity. You're safe tonight in Tribal Council. Guaranteed. Whoa, Hunter, what is happening?
Number 7, after the challenge. Q says that he was frustrated with the challenge, but honestly, I was frustrated with Q. He quits the challenge and is pissed off other players didn't quit the challenge for Rice as well. On top of that, at the end of the day, it also shows off how good of a spot Hunter is in this game right now, being a beast in the challenges and having the idol. Number 6, the plans. Before we get into the drama, there were two main plans that were thrown out there. The first plan was led by Q to vote out his ally Tiffany, but then Liz wanted to make a big move on Tevin. I like this idea of a sub-alliance taking out the majority alliance and taking out Tevin and his extra vote in the process. The big issue here is obviously we know what's about to happen, all the spicy drama Q doesn't like this plan leading into. Number 5, Q and Tiffany. I spoke too soon. This is where the plan gets explosive as Tiffany tells Q the plans to get out Tevin, making it crazy as Q wants to always be in charge, doesn't like this plan, and Tevin and Hunter will be left out of the vote. But don't worry, it gets even crazier leading into number 4, Q and Hunter. Ta-da! Q exposes the plan to Hunter and everything goes downhill from here. Hunter really wants to keep Tevin in the game. Tevin is Hunter's number 1 ally. And so we need to talk serious for a second about this player Q. As a person outside of Survivor, I bet Q is an amazing human being. But inside of the game, he is doing everything wrong. Ultimately, at the end of the day, that's the reason why Q and Venus are great casting choices. They're players we're rooting against. So yeah, in Survivor 46, I'm a Q hater, but I love to hate on Q. It's making the season fun to watch. Number 3, group explosion. This was crazy and I loved every second of it. As Hunter goes to the bigger group, asking them why the plan's Tevin. Straight up, this was stupid on Q for telling Hunter, but it was smart for Hunter to try and save his number 1 ally. And then, as always, there's Venus.
Venus, I love you. I'm really sorry. I have to talk to them. I know that's gonna.
I'm sorry, but y'all also realize the sun is setting and we all have talks. So, like, can y'all wrap it up in the next few minutes?
Yes. Sure.
Number 2, Tribal Council. This episode as a whole was amazing. I love this episode. I had a lot of fun with it, but this Tribal Council completely sucked. Especially with the part of Q basically giving up. And the worst part is, I guarantee Q will go into next episode telling the audience that he was giving up as a big strategic reason. But I don't believe it. Q has talked about quitting Survivor too many times now. Quitting last week's challenge, quitting this challenge, and giving up at Tribal Council. We end up getting an explosive live Tribal Council leading into number 1, Tevin voted out. And I will say, I appreciate how dumb all the players thought this Tribal Council was.
That was the dumbest thing ever.
Dumbest tribal ever. Whatever.
I was confused as hell. I don't know what the hell going on.
Anyways, congratulations, Pond. You're this week's puzzle giveaway winner. I'll announce a new winner next week. Click right here for what casual Survivor fans really think, and click right here to check out the fire puzzle.